Hey everybody, welcome back. This is Zack Carpenter with the Ohio State Rival Site. Today we are joined by a very special guest in class of 2024 quarterback, Dylan Raiola. Dylan is Ohio State's latest commitment and the first commitment in the 2024 class. Dylan committed to Ohio State on Monday, today, his birthday, and Dylan took some time to join the show with us to talk about his Ohio State commitment, why he joined the Buckeyes, and a lot more. So we're going to welcome on Dylan to the show now. All right, Dylan, welcome in, man. Big day for you, committed to Ohio State. So how's it feel to kind of have this whole process over with?
No, it feels good, to know that I'm going to a place that I want to go to and want to be at. It's a great feeling.
Yeah, what were like the number one or number two reasons why you chose Ohio State over a bunch of the other offers you had? Because you probably could have gone just about anywhere in the country. So why Ohio State?
Yeah, I think, I knew, the brotherhood and the culture, that tough love. I knew that was a place I wanted to be in, that culture I wanted to be in. I just felt that everything was very real. The coaches were transparent. Players were transparent. And you could just see it, watching practice, sitting in meetings, and then watching the spring game.
Yeah, it felt like throughout, I guess, up until maybe like January or February, you weren't a guy that was talked about as much, at least by me and several others, like as a potential commitment in this class. And then over the last few months, that kind of picked up steam. Was there a turning point or anything in your recruitment where really things started to settle in? Like, okay, I think I'm going to be the guy in this class for them.
I think, when they came out to visit in January, when the dead period wasn't in, they got to see, and just to see them, there, I knew I wanted to get back up there in the spring, just because they came out to see me, and, I knew Ohio State was a special place, when I went for the Penn State game my first time. So I knew that, once I got back up there, it was going to be a good time.
Yeah, and it's Ryan Day and quarterbacks coach Corey Dennis that's been building a relationship with you. Corey walked with you through the tunnel, and Day, obviously, his prowess is known as the quarterback developer. How do you think, technically, from a quarterback standpoint, how do you think those two coaches can take your game to the next level?
Yeah, I think just trusting them. They know what they're doing. They've been doing it for a long time, and just being open about everything. They're always, willing to talk about whatever needs to be talked about. And I just think, if I just trust them and just let them be the coaches and me be the player, it'll be a great outcome.
Yeah, and take me to tell the dumb media guy here doesn't know X's and O's and everything as much. How with Ohio State system, I know I was talking to your coach Rick Garrettson at Chandler, Arizona. A little bit about the offense you're going to be running at Chandler and Ohio State's offense. So can you kind of tell me how you think you're a fit there, like how it sort of tailors to your skill set?
Yeah. I think just being able to, get the verbiage, at Ohio State, it's going to be a different verbiage than what I do here. But, I think just learning football, that's important. Football's it's not a confusing game if you understand it. If you just, get the basics down and you just build off of that. It's really no confusion in, the offense of, what they do this. It's just the different ways they call things. So I think, just when I go on my visits to Ohio State, take little things from meetings and apply it out here.
Yeah. Coach Garrettson was telling me, and I wanted to ask you about it. He said that when you first got to Chandler, one of the coaches there was like, "Hey, give me your 10 favorite plays you ran at Burleson, Texas," because you transferred from Burleson to Chandler in December, January, around that time. And he said, "Give me your 10 favorite plays," and then you came back with color coded protection schemes, routes, the reads, these very intricate details. Can you tell me a little bit more about? I guess not those plays specifically, but how you're able to sort of dissect things as far as protections, because that's something that Coach Garrettson said is not very normal. That's unique in a high school quarterback.
Yeah, I think just knowing the game, what's inside the game. I've been around the game for a while. My dad played 15 or 14 years in the NFL, and just being around it, seeing it, and just imagining it. You things happen twice, once mentally and then physically it happens. So just seeing things before it happens, and then when it actually happens, you're not surprised. And I just think knowing protections and knowing scheme is very important. I don't. I like to get the protections formations down before I get to any plays, just so you got the basics down of the offense. You can't. You don't want to be getting hit, so you want to make sure you're protecting yourself.
Yeah, do you have a photographic memory? That's something that Coach Garrett said he jokes about you with. So
Yeah, I feel like I do. My brother thinks so. So I don't know. I have to go get that checked out, but that'd be pretty cool.
that's something he was mentioning that, and then he was mentioning about your arm talent, like some of the angles you throw with, and he invoked the name Patrick Mahomes. He told me, he's like, I don't want to say the name Patrick Mahomes stuff, but Patrick Mahomes stuff. And Mahomes is known for having sort of a photographic memory. But are you wanting to sort of simmer down maybe expectations of being compared to Patrick Mahomes?
No, not really. It doesn't really bother me. I'm not on social media a lot. I don't have Twitter on my phone. It's on my mom's phone. So, I just try to stay away from all the social media. It really, I mean, that's pretty cool to be. People think of me as him, but at the end of the day, it's just me going to perform and do what I do.
Yeah, I don't even think you don't even have an Instagram, do you?
Mm-mm.
Yeah. So is that sort of, I mean, give us a sort of a lens in your personality, because it seems like, I don't know if it's all football, but seem like a pretty calm, composed guy that sort of translates right to playing quarterback.
Yeah. I just, I don't see the need for it. Obviously with the NIL and all that stuff's gonna come, but just playing football and playing what I love doing since I was a kid is important. And the social media will happen, but as of right now, I'm locked into giving it all to Chandler, and then eventually Ohio State.
Yeah, and then going back to what you said, your dad, 14, 15 years in the NFL, he was the Remington Trophy award winner at Nebraska for the nation's best center, and then went on to play with the Lions. And I know, tell us a little bit about your background, because I know you've had former Lions quarterbacks either as your head coach before, or like Matthew Stafford, for instance, is sort of like one call away, right?
Yeah. Yeah, I think that's a benefit that I have. I'm blessed to be in that position. Just all the contacts my dad has, and just learning different things from what each guy has to offer. John Kidna was the first guy to teach me how to play quarterback and tell me that I could play quarterback. So just learning from him and learning a pro style system at such a young age, I think was very important to my development.
Yeah, and then I don't know if there's any other former NFL quarterbacks or current that are sort of on your line. I mean, is there anyone else that you can reach out to like that for advice on whether how to carry yourself or just quarterback mechanics in general?
Yeah. Drew Stanton is who I work with out here. He played in the league 15 years. Dan Orlovsky, I reach out to him every now and then, and I reach out to Matthew Stafford, him, just winning the Super Bowl and everything like that. It's very humbling to be able to reach out to these kind of people to help my game get better.
Yeah, with Stafford, what's like the one or two pieces of advice that he's given you as far as being like mechanically playing the position?
Yeah, he just says just be smooth and just flow with the game. He don't want you to be a robot. You gotta be able to adapt to the game and what different things the game throws at you.
Yeah, and then I mean, it's not just quarterbacking for you though, right? I mean, you're a top MLB prospect as a catcher, right? Or at least a college prospect.
Yeah.
How does your background as a catcher sort of translate to football? I don't know if it's different arm angles or just like being able to get the ball out quick.
Yeah, I think it's just competing, and just putting myself in positions to where I can compete against high level people, and just learning from them. 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 And the arm angles happens a lot in baseball, getting out quick. So I think they all go into one product on the football field.
Yeah, and then last question, and I'll get you out of here because I said about 10 to 12 minutes. Ryan Days sort of has seems like a prototypical quarterback as far as physicality goes. I mean, you look at Dwayne Haskins, back when he was offensive coordinator, Dwayne Haskins, CJ Stroud, and Kyle McCord, Devin Brown, and now you, all 6'3" and around the 220 to 230 range. Justin Fields as well. Was that a talking point for Coach Day when he was recruiting you? Like, whether or not it's like a way that the way that he runs the offense, that he wants that sort of size is like a prototypical quarterback.
Yeah. No, that wasn't a thing we talked about. I think it's just, a relationship you build with them, and so I happen to be 6'3" and around the same size everybody else has been. So, just creating my own path, own legacy. It's going to be exciting.
Yeah, and then very last question I forgot to ask was, I was talking to Coach Day yesterday at the media press conference and asking him, like, you have CJ Stroud, Kyle McCord, Devin Brown, and obviously CJ will be gone by the time you hit campus, but you'll still be entering what's probably going to be a loaded quarterback room. I mean, is that I don't know. I'm sure you'd love to compete and all that. So is that just something you didn't even think about when you pulled the trigger on committing to Ohio State?
No, I didn't. I definitely thought about it. Definitely, make sure we communicated that with them. But we got it all figured out, and I'm excited to compete and hopefully be ready to play in the shoe.
All right, man. Well, that's Dylan Raiola, the 2024 quarterback, and Ohio State's latest commitment and the first commitment in the 2024 class. It's Dylan's birthday today, so he's gonna be able to go celebrate and sort of get the pressure off of the recruiting process. So Dylan, really appreciate you joining us today.
Thank you. Have a good one.